How to make emergency blankets. Have you ever thought about how a simple blanket could save your life in a survival situation? Today, we will talk about how to make emergency blankets that can help prevent hypothermia. These blankets, often known as space blankets or Mylar blankets, are lightweight and designed to keep you warm by reflecting body heat. Let's get started on how to create one. First, you will need some materials. The main item is Mylar or a similar reflective plastic film. You can find this in used party balloons or snack bags. You will also need scissors or a sharp knife to cut the material. If you want to reinforce the edges, having duct tape or a strong adhesive can be helpful. Now, let's go through the steps to make your emergency blanket. Start by gathering enough Mylar sheets to create a blanket large enough to cover a person. If you are using party balloons or snack bags, cut them open and flatten them out. Make sure the Mylar is clean and dry before you begin. Next, cut the Mylar into squares or rectangles. Arrange these pieces so that the shiny, reflective sides are facing outward. This is important because the reflective side is what will help retain body heat. Once you have your pieces cut and arranged, it is time to join them together. You can overlap the edges of the Mylar pieces and use an iron on a low setting to fuse them. Make sure to place a protective cloth over the Mylar to prevent melting. Alternatively, you can use strong tape to secure the edges together. To make your blanket more durable, consider reinforcing the edges with duct tape. This will help prevent tearing and ensure that your blanket lasts longer in an emergency. Finally, fold your blanket as small as possible and store it in a resealable plastic bag. This makes it easy to carry in your survival kit. Now that you know how to make an emergency blanket, let's talk about how to use it effectively. In cold conditions, wrap the blanket around yourself or someone else to keep warm. It is especially useful in windy or wet weather. You can also use it as a barrier between your body and the cold ground to reduce heat loss. If you need to create a shelter, combine the blanket with some cordage to make a windbreak. The reflective surface can even signal for help by reflecting sunlight. Additionally, you can use it as a waterproof layer to keep your gear dry. Always remember to carry a pre-made emergency blanket in your survival kit. If you choose to make your own, test it for durability before relying on it in an emergency. Using the blanket along with other layers of clothing will provide maximum warmth. Knowing how to make and use emergency blankets can be a lifesaver in outdoor situations. Stay warm and safe out there.